Hey everybody, my name's Zach. Welcome to our series on Darkhawk. We're going to be going through the first 50 issues of Darkhawk, looking at it frame by frame, talking about the various characters, the various themes, the various overarching plot lines throughout the first 50 issues of Darkhawk. And the question I always get is, why do you want to do this with Darkhawk? And well, honestly, the question or the answer to that is he's always been a favorite of mine, and I just want to see him owed the proper respect, as it were, going over this initial 50 run, which I think is fantastic. So, move on. Right here, we got the first page, splash page, Dawn of the Dark Hawk. You got your writers down here. Oop, I'll go back one real quick. You got Danny Fingeroth, along with Mike Manley on art, and this is during the Tom DeFalco era, Marvel. All right, so moving on. Next page here, we got the Hobgoblin. I'm often chided because I like to call Darkhawk the Spider-Man of the 90s because Marvel tried to constantly recreate the various Spider-Man. You had Nova, you had Speedball, and then eventually you came to Darkhawk, and that's one I grew up with. And what better way to make Darkhawk the Spider-Man of the 90s than giving him one of Spider-Man's villains? So here we got the Hobgoblin coming up, and he's talking to an off-panel villain here, Bazin. Who's going to be an overarching villain here throughout the series, Philippe Basin. They're looking through some various pottery, trying to find the amulet. And then going on here, flash forward over to the Wonderland Amusement Park. We got some guys heckling Saint Johnny, who will be seeing quite a bit here throughout the next few issues. Nothing much, just setting up the relationship between Basin and St. Johnny here. And now we're starting to meet some of the other pals. Here we've got Grace Pal, hotshot district attorney. You can tell she's a strong woman. Got the messenger boy. She doesn't need anybody telling her what to do, so that's exciting. And this is going back down to the the Powell household. You see Grace with her kids, and there's the protagonist of the series with this awful haircut. There's Chris, and then we've got Jonathan, and then Jason over there. Oh, setting up for the dad, there's Mike, a crooked cop. Mike Powell coming in late, sneaking up through the back. Wife and family greets him. Everybody's wondering where he's at, yada, yada, yada. All right, so they're sitting down having the family meal here. And then here we find out the dad, I'll get these clicks right one of these days. Dad promised to take Jason and John over to Wonderland before they tear it down. They want to go tonight, which I always thought was kind of odd since it's like raining and the dad just got home from work and they want to go to Wonderland. But yeah, he says no. He said he'll do it this weekend if I don't have to work overtime. And then you flash forward Sunday afternoon. You know, Chris in there again with his terrible hair, babysitting the kids, trying to do some homework. They're throwing pillows at each other. He is living a world of paranoia because he thinks these shadows out here are kidnappers, but they're actually his friends, Gene and Rebecca. He ditches the kids, says he'll be back in 15 minutes with milkshakes. There we go. Make sure. All right, so flash forward a little bit, kind of a time jump here. Trying to find his brothers. Grace saying, "My God, babies are gone. Kidnapped by Basin." Chris saying he found the police. Down here, Wonderland talking to St. Johnny. And then Chris is going searching. The time time's kind of screwed up on this. I'm assuming this is Sunday night at some point after Chris came back with milkshakes. He came back and his mom was home and his brothers were gone. So there's Chris finds him, scares him with the funhouse mirror, and then they happen to stumble across, of all things, it could only happen in comic books, his dad here getting a payoff from Philip Basin's men there. He gets mad, calling them the guys call him crooked, which he kind of is. So he gets mad, punches him, and then he gets whacked over the head with a pistol. And then happenstance, kids try to jump in and save their dad, and he says, "No, look, we're gonna make an example of these kids." Chris jumps in, tells the kids to run, throws money at the guy's face. They're running through some sort of funhouse mirror here, and then they fall through, and they fall through the floor, and they fall down. They think they're hurt. They're just kind of looking around, trying to find a way out. Chris chucks a whole table at the motherfuckers just to get them off. And then all of a sudden, literally out of nowhere. Because if you see here the panel, there's nothing, and then there's this mysterious looking amulet. Oh my gosh! There we go. There it is. So he picks it up, gonna try to stab him with it, and becomes the Darkhawk. There's the first ever in story, I guess, shot of Darkhawk. Feels like he's surging with power, except I'm not me, or I'm not me, except I am, so I must be dreaming. Feels like he's weighed a ton. Of course, if you've already read the series, you know where this is going. We're going to later discover that's not actually Chris inside that body, but rather an android body. So Darkhawk, he realizes, or Chris rather realizes those guys are coming for his brother, so he decides to blasts over those guys, and he decides to pick up have a big metal object. That's some great descriptors there. Chucks it at the guys, tries to get him away from his kid brothers. The guys mob him. They cut him with the blade, showing he's not bulletproof or anything. He'll learn how to protect himself later on in the series. Dude tries to strangle him, which is just weird. Throws him off like they don't weigh anything. Dude tries to electrocute him. It doesn't work out too well. Darkhawk shoots the blast at him. And then here's where you discover that I can't believe that you have the power, don't you? The power Hobgoblin and my boss are after. So you discover that the amulet's what Basin and Hobgoblin are after this whole time. Darkhawk's having a little bit of issues getting rid of this dude. But the dude, thankfully, kills himself. There we go. He's holding there with the electric cord, jumps in, electrocutes himself. And Chris never saw a dead guy before. It doesn't really have too much of a problem with it, though, honestly. A few minutes later, Jason and John, they're still locked up in the closet in here. I forgot to mention that. Chris threw them in there. So Chris goes in to let him out, but then he realizes his face looks like that. Super fucking badass. And he's like, oh, I can't show my brothers that because they'll be super jealous. So he touches the amulet and turns back to Chris, lets him out, talks to his dad. Dad just regaining consciousness after all that. He says, take care of your mom and kids for me. Good thing to tell your teenage son, and just up and bails. Dad gone. Just like that. He's out of the picture. Jason and Jonathan come out, start complaining to Chris. Chris tries to take care of him, picks up the amulet. He needs an edge against crime, which I'm really thankful wasn't the tagline for the series. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have liked it. And then blames Des that maybe you can live up to your own ideals. That doesn't mean I can't if it doesn't kill me first. So he wants to atone for his father's sins. So he leaves his family, comes back to Wonderland, and then he realizes the funhouse went down. They tore it down. And there's old St. Johnny again, and now I'll never know about the amulet. Subtle little foreshadowing. Power got to be abused, not abused by a Darkhawk. Ooh. We'll see more of that later. And then see Jason and Jonathan hitting at me. Said Dad was a crook. They're arguing about his father. Grace gets a phone call. Again, threatening layoff Basin. You know, one less kid to feed. Chris can't really take it. So he decides to do something about it, and we'll see. And Hobgoblin and Basin, they got a lead on it. They're going to find out what exactly or where the amulet's at, probably from their men that got arrested. And I think it is a being of great power was there, killed one of my men. That's not entirely true. The guy basically killed himself. What did this being look like? My men said he looked terrifying, which honestly, that doesn't look very terrifying. Now that looks fucking terrifying. But this, it's nice and friendly, man. Anyway, so I did it. There's no turning back. Look out, Basin. This is the age of the Darkhawk. Yeah, Darkhawk. And there you have it, folks. That is the entire first issue. So you get the setup. You get all of Chris Powell's family. A lot of plot lines being set down here. You get it. We're going to know more about Basin. We're going to know about his Chris Powell's dad and figure out why exactly he went crooked and where did he go. And also St. Johnny's going to come back in a big, big way that you'll see later on. So we're going to be talking through the next, 49 issues, and I guess if more than like 5 people listen to this, maybe I'll touch on the annuals, but, if not, I'll just leave them as is. But I appreciate you guys listening. I hope you enjoyed Darkhawk as much as I do, and we will talk to you later.